Cairo, you want to race to my room? Let's go. Let's race." Those words, spoken in a playful rush, echo through the house. But they're not just for fun. They're a promise, a celebration, a daily reminder that the dog who once flinched at human hands now sprints down the hallway with pure, unfiltered joy. This is the story of Cairo, a dog who had every reason to give up on humans, but never did. When Cairo was found, he was little more than bones wrapped in fur. His ribs jutted against skin stretched too thin. His eyes, wide, dark, and haunted, flicked nervously from shadow to shadow, as if danger lurked in every corner. He moved like someone who expected pain with every step. A sudden noise made him jerk back. A gentle hand sent him shrinking into himself. He wasn't aggressive. He wasn't broken. He was terrified. No one knew his past, but the signs were written all over him, not just in the scars on his body, but in the way he held his breath when someone reached for him, in the way he braced for a blow that never came. He had been through something awful, and the world had taught him to expect more of the same. When he was brought home, no one knew what to expect. Would he ever trust? Would he ever relax? Would he always live in that constant state of fear, eyes darting, muscles tense, heart racing like a trapped bird? But then something remarkable happened. The moment Cairo walked through the front door, something shifted. It was subtle at first, just the tiniest softening of his eyes, a pause in his trembling, and then his tail. It gave a slow, hesitant wag, then another, faster, stronger, until it was a blur, a whirlwind of hope he couldn't contain. And then he danced. Not because he was told to, not because he wanted a treat, but because, for the first time in his life, he felt safe. His body pranced across the floor, light, joyful, almost disbelieving. He circled the room, sniffed every corner, looked up at the faces watching him, with something new in his eyes. Not fear, but wonder. Is this real? Is this mine? He spotted the food and water bowls. He stood frozen, staring, not with hunger, but with disbelief. Are these really for me? When he finally understood, yes, they were his, he took a cautious step forward. And in that moment, something clicked deep in his heart. He had a home, not a cage, not a corner in an alley, not a chain. A home, with people who spoke softly, moved gently, and never raised a hand in anger. Bit by bit, the fear began to melt. It didn't vanish overnight. Some days, a slammed door still made him flinch. A raised voice, even in laughter, sent him under the bed. But each time, they waited. Each time, they spoke his name in that calm, steady tone. Cairo, you're safe. It's okay. And each time, he came back out. Trust didn't arrive in a single moment. It grew in quiet gestures. A hand offering food. A blanket draped over his trembling body. A voice that never stopped saying, "Good boy." Time passed. His body filled out, muscular, strong, proud. His coat grew thick and glossy. His eyes lost their haunted look, and instead held a quiet confidence. Now, 5 years later, strangers often stop and stare when they see him. He looks intense, they say, powerful, almost intimidating. And it's true. Cairo is a big dog. His frame is broad. His gaze is steady. He carries himself with a quiet dignity that can seem imposing at first glance. Some people step back. Some cross the street. Some assume he's dangerous just by the way he looks. But those who stay, those who take the time to look beyond the surface, they discover the truth. Beneath that strong exterior beats one of the softest hearts you'll ever meet. Cairo is love in motion. He gets so excited at mealtime that he spins in little circles, tail thumping wildly against the floor like a drum of pure joy. Every bowl of kibble isn't just food. It's a celebration of survival, a reminder that hunger is a memory, not a reality. He still hates being left behind. When the family visits grandparents and he can't come, he doesn't just sigh, he pouts. He watches the car pull away, ears drooping, eyes full of quiet longing. Sometimes he lies by the front door for hours, waiting, not out of anger, but out of devotion. Because Cairo feels everything deeply. He's a gentle giant with his canine sisters, patient, calm, always sharing his toys, even if he pretends to be possessive for a moment. That's my toy. That's mine. But with the kittens in the house, he's a guardian angel. He lies near them, watching quietly as they nap. If one stirs in its sleep, he nudges it gently with his nose, then lowers his massive head beside theirs, as if whispering, "Don't worry, I'm here." But if you ask Cairo what his favorite thing is, he'd wag his tail and pad over to you without hesitation. Cuddling. He'll spend hours pressed against his humans, on the couch, on the bed, on the floor, his weight warm and grounding. His eyes close, his breathing slows, and in those quiet moments, his love becomes almost tangible. It's in the way he leans into your leg. It's in the soft sigh he lets out when you scratch behind his ears. It's in the way he rests his chin on your knee and looks up at you like you're the center of his world. Cairo didn't just find a home. He changed it. He turned a house into a sanctuary. He taught his family that healing isn't loud. It's quiet. It's showing up day after day, even when you're still afraid. And Cairo never gave up. Not when he was starving. Not when he was alone. Not when the world showed him only cruelty. He held on to a sliver of hope, and when kindness finally found him, he opened his heart completely. He is living proof that the softest souls often wear the hardest shells. That what's on the outside rarely tells the full story. Too many people pass up dawns like Cairo. They see the scars, the sighs, the wary eyes, and they walk away. They never get to witness the miracle of a broken spirit learning to trust again. They never feel the weight of a rescued dog's head resting on their lap like a holy offering. They miss the laughter. They miss the joy. And that's a tragedy, because dogs like Cairo aren't just saved. They save us right back. They remind us that love doesn't require perfection, that trust is earned in small, quiet moments, that every soul, no matter how battered, deserves a second chance. Now, when someone says, "Cairo, you want a treat?" he doesn't just wag. He prances. He spins. He looks at you with eyes that say, "You remembered me. You chose me every single day." And when you ask, "Do you want a hug or a kiss?" he doesn't choose. He gives both, pressing his forehead to your chest, then licking your cheek with a soft, grateful tongue. Cairo didn't just survive. He thrives. He runs through fields with his head high. He guards his family with quiet vigilance. He curls up beside sleeping children like a living blanket of safety. And every night, when the house is quiet and the world is still, he rests his head on the bed, eyes half closed, completely at peace. Because he knows, without a doubt, that he is home, not because he earned it, not because he's perfect, but because he is loved, exactly as he is. And that's the most powerful kind of healing there is. If Cairo's story moves you, let it be a call to action. Visit your local shelter. Look past the fear in a dog's eyes and see the love waiting to bloom. Share stories like this one, because every Cairo out there is waiting for someone to say, "Let's go. You're coming home." And the world is brighter for it.